Here we are. Let's go ahead and give Vesperlark a run for its money here. Now this one does well at times, and this one's going to be a bit more meta-specific with it needing to be, let's say, avoiding graveyard strategies. If the graveyard, things like Tormod's Crypt, Relics, Soul Guide Lanterns, if those are showing up in force, it's going to be very difficult because we're basically playing a version of Reanimator. We're trying to reanimate things like Woodfall Primus, Ashen Rider, and Jin-Gitaxias. We also have Ionas, Resolute Archangels, and Elish Norns. The deck is kind of interesting. It does some interesting things, and when it goes off, we get to Footsteps and Double Stone Rain, leaving him back a 5/5. We'll see how often this happens. This is Vesperlark Reanimator in Modern. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. Let's get into our game, though, and we'll see what you all are saying. I'm responding to a comment above, but yeah. Sometimes streamer and chat can be difficult. I wanted to play a deck that had Scarab God as a win con with Field of Dead. Yeah, I think Field of the Dead is a bit more of the frustrating card sometimes, because it just shows up and then every land drop, that variance that would give you a chance to get ahead, doesn't become a chance to get ahead. Daniel from Brazil, thank you for the follow. Happy New Year. Hey, you're using our better Twitch TV emotes. Thank you for using those. All right, our opponent is Extra Easy 88. I like this deck too. It can run hot and it can run super cold. We're gonna hope it's somewhere in between. By the way, before we get too far started here, let's start a prediction here. As it was asked, start a prediction. Will we 3-2 or better? Yes. And we'll give everybody 5 minutes. There you go. You can begin your predictions and everything, even getting to see the opening hand. Do you play Pioneer too, or just Modern? I'm going to probably stick with pretty much Modern. Pretty much Modern. All right, I like the opening hand because of Jace. It's also difficult to find multiple... It's difficult to find multiple lands sometimes, and I have a silent clearing as well. I think I want to go ahead and keep this. We have the Woodfall Primus to put to the bin as well. It's not a bad opening hand here. All right. Let's keep. People are betting. What are we betting for? Oh gosh, the pressure is on. A lot of yeses. Start with a Polluted Delta. On the off chance my opponent's playing turn 1 Blood Moon, I can get a black or blue. Already have the plains. Gotta play around it when we do. Now, the Pioneer Ask, though, doesn't mean we're not gonna have that opportunity to sometimes play that. All right, so my opponent Thoughtseize is here. We're going to lose Jace here, and we're just going to have to top deck the best cards in the game. We'll get there, though. Everyone that voted yes is immediately going, no, 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 no. He's not going to get 3-2 or better. No, 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 no. 11,000 all in on yes? You sure that's a good idea? You sure that's a good idea? I don't know about that. Look at this opening hand. I hope they Thoughtseize me again. They should Thoughtseize me again. What if I open up so that channel points are useful here in like a month? Then what? Soulscar Mage. All right, so we have some prowess list going on here. We're gonna go ahead and put another tap land in. I'm not gonna use Silent Clearing just yet. When I'm up to about 4 mana, 5 mana after popping Silent Clearing, then we'll use it so we have an option to maybe do something on our turn. 12.4k all in on yes. I'm so sorry. Bobble. What if we just... I mean, this opponent might have 4 Soul Guide Lantern sideboard. Then it's going to be problematic. Then it will be a problem. All right, Arid Mesa, Mistress Bobbles here. Fetching, shocking, all this. Lur's still in the companion spot. Down to 12, hits me for 2. Lights the stage, perhaps? Bolts me? None of the above. Puts Lur's 2-hand. Bobble trigger. Stitcher's not a bad one here. Let's go ahead and do a quick little fetch. We'll put a Stitcher into play. Stitcher's a good blocker as well. Keeping in mind that we have things like Unburial Rites as an option for us. Stitcher is here. Mills over Woodfall, Stitcher, and Polluted Delta. Go ahead, opponent. Looking good. You almost submitted this one to play tomorrow? You should have. It would have been great. All right, Lurrus comes down in a bobble played here. Definitely blocking with Stitcher, by the way. There's no other option. Block. Stitcher. Mill 3 more. Stitcher mills a Woodfall, Collective Brutality, and a Footsteps of the Goryo. Bobble trigger. Hey, there we go. All right, things are about to start happening. Let's see here. Let's put a Silent Clearing down. Let's Footsteps here. I'm gonna Footsteps the Woodfall Primus. Cling to Dust. Graveyard hate has been spotted, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Graveyard hate. And now they don't have to do anything. They can just leave Cling to Dust open. We're doomed. What do I need to hit? Body double. Let's hit a body double. In response to body double, they'll take Woodfall Primus. I know. 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more for Ashen Rider, but we're getting hit for 4. It's just not gonna happen. Siege Rhino's following us. Now that's a card. Vesperlark. Ooh, that's a cute one. Bobble trigger. Top is a Dakmor. Let's go ahead and just cast a Vesperlark and put a Dakmor into play. Everyone that voted yes is really, really concerned now. We're against Cling to Dust. Everybody's just like, no, this isn't happening. We're gonna get this. Never concerned. All right, that's some good faith. You missed playing Solar Flare in 2016? It's a little ways away. All right, what are we gonna do? I imagine they could just fire off Cling here if they wanted. Wow. Happy New Year, Sorby. What's up? How's it going? Thank you, Daniel. From Brazil. How goes it, Sorby? Bobble trigger here. How was the New Year party thing? How'd that all go? I know. Ooh, Vesperlark. Getting shot by the lava dart. Alright, so this is gonna bring back... I'm gonna just bring back a Stitcher here. Hope they don't Cling this. Stitcher's just gonna mill more cards here. And hopefully like 2 Unburial Rites. There's a body double. We almost got there. 12-hour wedding. I'm exhausted to have another wedding tomorrow. Ooh. At least it's work, right? You miss playing balance in 99 and 96. Opponent's going to attack me for 6. More things to the Binyard. The Binyard. That's a great word. Good job, Fluffy. Binyard. Whatever that is. Seal of Fire. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh boy. What could I hit here? I guess I could hit... Can't hit anything now. Oh, double bolt. Oh. Ow. All right. Well, we have kind of things we end up bringing in for this matchup. Kind of a few things to bring in for this matchup. All right, Jin-Gitaxias can go. Jace gets bolted to oblivion. We usually take that out. I think I can take 1-in-1 Vesperlark body double. Mind Rakes can go here as well. Ransack is okay to go. Now I've got 2 more cards that I need to take out. So the idea here is we're going to bring in some Timelies, Elish Norns. Resolute Archangel is one of our ways to reset here. Iona is pretty good in this matchup. And then I have Disenchants and Feed the Swarms. I'm splitting the difference here. We're always experimenting with this Feed the Swarm because it can get rid of specifically enchantments like Rest in Peace. But in this case, it's going to get either Leyline of the Void or creatures. But I need something that gets rid of sometimes artifacts. And so that's why the Disenchant's in here. We take out Jace because they're a Bolt deck, and Jace just doesn't ever stick around against most Bolt decks. Jin-Gitaxias is more of just like a main board way to redraw and try to outvalue my opponents. So many times this gets replaced for other things like Elish Norns and Ionas and stuff. Now, one thing that we can note here is when I pull over the big threats here, we have way too many. We have 11. So because we have 11, I'm wanting to go ahead and take some of these and get rid of them. I can get rid of 3 of these, and if I do get rid of 3 of them, I'll bring back a Vesperlark. Now, keep in mind, Woodfall Primus hits lands, non-creature permanents, but does not hit creatures. Ashen Rider is good because it hits creatures. We'll take 1 Ashen Rider out. Footsteps of the Goryo with a body double, which would make me want to bring another body double in. Makes me want to put the Vesperlark. Footsteps, body double, Woodfall Primus. When it persists, I can get a second creature. And so that's kind of interesting to play. I don't know if I need the Ashen Riders as much in this matchup. They would kill creatures, but Woodfall Primus should be pretty good to kill most. So I'm going to take out probably a Hedron Crab. And let's take out 1 more Ashen Rider. And let's take out the Dakmor Salvage. And give it a run. I do have 2 Glasspool Mimics, so just bear with the Dakmor. Just bear with it. Okay. We have a Stitcher. I have 2 things I'd prefer to be in the graveyard. I do have a Footsteps. The Footsteps is super good to have, especially since I have Stitcher and I'm on the play. Let's go ahead and keep this. If I do get like a Collective Brutality, the hand gets a bit better here. Lead like this, Stitcher out, pass the turn. Do want to get 1 more land here. Silent Clearing, Ashen Rider, and a Timely Reinforcements. We've at least hit something for Footsteps to hit. Blood Crypt. Soul Scar Mage, cool. All right, we do hit our land. That's good. We'll just pass the turn here. Stitcher will be blocking. Definitely now. I'd love for them to tap out here. Thoughtseize is really good for them because Thoughtseize takes his Footsteps of the Goryo. We have had builds where we have Leyline of Sanctity to prevent things like this from happening. But after some experimenting, we found that Thoughtseize sometimes could, you know, if we don't have the footsteps, they just have to take a pretty brutal card. I'm gonna block here, looking to see if we can find the other Unburial. We could also put a body double and then top deck a Vesperlark. There's a Vesperlark, kind of the opposite direction of what we wanted. All right, pass turn. If they do Thoughtseize again, they Thoughtseize and they take Elishnorn or Resolute Archangel. Not the Unburial. We need 2 more lands here for Unburial. We're looking okay. Not great. Timely off the top would be fine. Opponent shocks in a land. Monastery Swift Spear attacks for 3, puts me to 13. A bolt would have sent me to 7. Follows this up with a Scourge. Collective Brutality gives me the option to triple mode, putting Elishnorn, Resolute Archangel, and Unburial Rites into the bin, meaning that I have an option for maybe a top deck. So we'll triple mode this. I will get rid of, I guess, a Swift Spear here. I won't put Elishnorn in here because the Resolute Archangel would be enough. My opponent has a Seal of Fire. So I need to hit a land here to Unburial Resolute Archangel, killing this and giving me a chance to win this game. Let's say Meyer, Seal, and 1 unknown card here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 13, right? So now I have to hit a basic or a fetch land that can get a basic. Oh, they Seal Fire me before and then Scourge kills me. Dang, never mind. My opponent's got the math right. Even through our Collective Brutality. Would we have hit it? No. Would have hit a Vesperlark though in 2 turns. That would have saved us. Dang. All right, 1 down. Everybody that picked 3-2 sweating. 3-2 people are sweating here. Let's go to match number 2. Trying to do this Vesperlark thing again. Trying to get it done. You're not sweating? Okay, cool. Cool, good. Thank goodness. I don't even know how to tell the predict thing that one answer happened versus another. I don't know how that's possible. Killing Soul Scar is strictly better if it's not sick anymore. What? Because if I kill the Swift Spear, then they lure us in getting to attack back with it. That makes sense. I don't think it really mattered there. We just needed to live and find a land. But that wasn't happening either. All right, Deuce, Buck is our opponent. Opening hand is reasonable. Interesting to not have any blue. Let's keep. I like that I have Stitcher here. Fuel the graveyard a little bit. Gets me a blocker. And then Collective Brutality clears our hand. No blue, but that's not always necessary. Hallowed Fountain, Collective Brutality, and a Watery Grave hits the bin. And we got a Field of the Dead for our opponent. All right. Footsteps of the Goryo looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and attack, and then we're going to just do everything with the Collective Brutality, killing my own Stitcher. This is the best draw we could have probably had. Here we go, triple mode here. Let's see what's going on. Let's get ready to Footsteps of Woodfall Primus. Oh my gosh. What a hand. What a hand. All right. Let's see what we can do about this. My opponent Needs to be very careful what they put into play here. Misty Rainforest is pretty safe. They do fetch, though. That's not a good idea, opponents. That's not good. Snow-covered forest puts the amulet down. All right. And follows this with another amulet. All right. So I guess I'm killing 2 amulets here is what we want to do. And then start bashing down. It's just got to be what it is. I can't kill the lands here. 2 amulets are really, really brutal. Footsteps on Woodfall Primus bringing it back persists here, and we blow up 2 amulets. Good luck, opponent. Now, my opponent will have 4 mana, but it will come a bit later. Hope they don't get the natural Bojuka Bog. Don't wish that on us. Oh, a Uro deck? What a surprise. Simic Growth Chamber, gonna bounce one of these lands and then probably just replay it due to the Explorer. Bounces Forest. Hey, thank you for the follow. And plays the Forest. All right, I find blue mana here. Find blue mana, which means I can do Jace. Let's fetch first. Let's go get that Watery Grave. And kind of could cycle here. I don't think I want to in case I hit an Unburial Rite. So let's just put Jace into play and pass turn here. Jace activation will allow me to do another Footsteps, and I can use this on Ashen Rider. Everything's coming together, hopefully, here. Castle in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can play Primeval Titan this turn. Luckily, I can get rid of that, plus, like, Simic Growth Chamber? Maybe Castle? We're close here. Primeval Titan shows up. 2 more things. They don't make any creatures, which is good for us. Dryad's not in play. Bojuka Bog, though, pretty good. All right, so my opponent gets the Bojuka Bog here, which clears out our graveyard. Not going to take an extra draw with Silent Clearing. Okay, so Jace activation. We'll just hope we hit Footsteps. Get a Vesperlark. It would fall back into play. Let's play down a Vesperlark. Pass turn. I think I'm dead here. Even though I blew up both amulets here, I think I'm dead. Maybe I should have blown up both the lands. My opponent ended up getting, what, Misty plus Simic Growth Chamber, though? They would have gotten here eventually. Especially if they had the amulets. Opponent plays Dryad here and just kills me. That's what they should be doing. Makes 6 mana so they can play 2 Dryads. Plays 2 Dryads down here. Tax, goes and gets 2 Valakuts. Hits us for a bunch. The whole main deck Bojuka Bog wrecks us. Back to my discussion about hitting decks with ways to deal with our graveyard. So this is another 6 here. They're using Simic Growth Chamber. They bounce. They can attack with Primeval Titan as well. Let's go to our next game. So, against this opponent, Iona's come in to name green. Ashiok can come in as well. And probably just a few disenchants. Oh, your channel points? You asked for the betting. I don't like doing that. All right. What to side out this time? Let's keep a glass pool. Let's do 1 glass pool, 1 Gentataxius. Burial feels just a slight smidge slow. I like Mind Rake too. Let's do a Ransack. Let's take one Mind Rake. I need 2 more because I have the Disenchants. I also have Iona, so let's do an Ashen Rider out. Give me Iona hits. I'm tempted to do one more Ashen Rider here. But I also need a way to kill Dryad. But I have Disenchants I brought in. I want to leave myself with 8 hits. I think it's an Unburial. Let's give this a shot. Give this a shot. Let's play first. Well, there's Iona. There's some Vesperlarks. And there's a Disenchant. That can't be good. I have nothing that really enables our graveyard here. Let's mulligan this. Here we go. Here we go. We can keep this. Keep Ashen Rider, say okay, Dakmor, pass turn. We have an Ashiok here on turn 3 and a Footsteps of the Goryo. This should be good to get on Amulet. And with the Footsteps and the Ashiok, I should be able to fill my graveyard with something that Footsteps will be very happy to target. Just do tap lands all the way, pass turn. Good luck, opponent. Just crab on one and mill them out. Maybe one day. Amulet's played here. Castle with the Amulet just untaps. Getting ready for this Ashiok. Plays a Relic. I see. I see, opponent. Alright, we'll play Ashiok down, and I guess I won't do anything else. I don't want to mill us, I don't want to mill them at the moment. We'll just pass turn. Just leave Ashiok at a healthy 5. Simic Growth Chamber with Amulet. This makes 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Bounces the chamber, plays out Azusa. Uh-oh. Plays Titan. Turn 3 Ashiok's not strong enough against turn 3 Titan. Everyone's playing these relics. When Uro gets banned, okay, it may not, but if it did, Vesperlark's going to be better. Seems dead. I do seem pretty dead right now. The only saving grace here is my opponent will be tapped out. And being tapped out, the relic shouldn't be a problem. We can Ashiok ourselves and attempt to hit something the Footsteps with. I could Footsteps an Iona. What are we doing, opponent? What are you doing? Okay, castles. Make 6 mana. This Ashiok has to hit wonderful things. Has to hit wonderful things. Alright, Primeval Titan. We have a 6/6 and a 1/2. I need something that blocks Titan. Good luck, Ashiok. Let's spin the wheel. And to make sure I have less lands, we're going to fetch for our land first. And I don't need this land, so it can be whatever. Ashiok, please give me something that'll stick. Or the other Ashen Rider I have in the deck. We hit Footsteps, Footsteps, Swamp, and Vesperlark. Alright, we'll play Jace here. And pray. Jace and pray. We can get the Ashen Rider to the bin and Footsteps I almost need like a fetch land to have just something else for that relic to not be a problem. I know the Titan has it. That's why I tried to hit Ashen Rider, our one of. Goodbye, Ashiok. Yep. Bye, Ashiok. Alright. For some reason, they're attacking with Azusa here, too. I'll unblock. I'd save myself one life. Ashiok's dead. What does this mean? If they have another Titan, we're probably just dead. Have I considered Teferi for instant speed footsteps? Yes. It never really worked out very well. They copy my Watery Grave. Interesting. Yeah, it's always... Teferi was always awkward in the list. Opponent plays the Dryad down. Basically, they should play one more land so they have at least Relic active. They do. Comes in play untapped because of Amulet. Thanks, Amulet. Oh, they're floating too. Okay. We're floating. We're floating. Woo. Float, float, floaty, float, float. Float, float. Disenchant on the top? No, I don't want to disenchant. I need them to be tapped out. Ooh, they popped Relic. Oh, oh. We have a chance. We have a chance. Why'd they do that there? Plays 2 castles. Hold on, opponent. Oh, we have a chance. Activate Jace at lightning speed. Ashen Rider down. Land. Footsteps. The Ashen Rider. The one card that can kill Titan. When it leaves the battlefield, Dryad's dying too. Yes. That's as good as it was gonna get, everyone. That's as good as it's going to get. We're back in this game. I don't know either. We needed them to make a mistake, and they did. We were rewarded, plus we have Unburial coming to bring back the Ashen Rider. We're going to kill this field probably next. New Amulet. I could also get the Woodfall Primus back here, which wouldn't be bad. In for one with the Azusa lost. To be honest, they don't have any idea what we're doing exactly. All right, so this becomes, this is where we just have some fun with our opponent. Are we ready to have some fun with our opponent here? We Stitcher, which mills cards. We say, that's cool. We'll fetch really quick before I lose some stuff. We Jace. Oh, Ashiok's there. From here, we probably just... put the Woodfall Primus. And then we can cast the Footsteps in the Graveyard here on the Woodfall Primus. And here we'll blow up... probably... Castle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably doesn't really matter too much what we're blowing up here. Persisting is nice though, because we get to retain a rather large creature. So that looks good. We can then Unburial next turn. We're just gonna blow up all their lands. I'm not dealing with these amulets. That's a bait. We're gonna Unburial Ashen Rider. I'm not gonna even worry about Ashiok. Ashiok's a bait too. Let's get things done here. Maybe I Ashen Rider Azusa. Bounce lands plus Azusa is a lot of mana. Either way, we're killing this Simic Growth Chamber or this Azusa. Uh-oh. This is a lot of mana again. New castle. Opponent does not float mana. That's good. You can pause, opponent. Don't do anything. No, 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 no. Dryad. All right, we gotta kill that. We gotta kill this Dryad. Not killing Dryads. It's doom. It's doom. All right, let's go ahead and just Unburial Rites the Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider is going to kill Dryad. We're gonna swing with the Woodfall Primus here and pass turn. You played Primus in your Titan decks as Tech versus Tron. That makes sense. Oh my gosh, the Squatchies are here now. We have the Jim Davises and the Squatchies. What's up, Squat Chief? How's it going? Happy New Year to you all. Golgari Rot Farm. +1 card. I'm not too worried about that last card at the moment. Picks up Field. Replays Field. Untaps Field. This is all completely fine at the moment. We have 10 damage when I collected Brutality, and I might even check what they're doing in their hand. I could also Unburial Rites and just kill Azusa. That's probably fine. I probably could kill Field the Dead. That way we don't have a bunch of chump blockers. If I get the Ashen Rider, we have 2 things that fly over, though. And it's all looking just pretty okay. It's Unburial Rites the Ashen Rider. Floated too much mana. It's all good. And for damage, 11 going down to 4. Misty, or not Misty, Marsh Flats here. It should be enough. We have 2 Ashen Riders. Bajuka Bog plus an unknown card. Oh, we are in this. Ashen Rider is not a legendary. None of my cards, well, I added legendaries. I got some Ionas, those are legendaries. I got Jin-Taxius, that's a bit of legendary. Elish Norn's a bit legendary too. Aside from those though, the Ashen Rider Woodfall Primus is not. Sick cube deck. Thanks. Wonder if we change anything here. We only have 1 Unburial Rites. We got kind of lucky with the 2 Ashen Rider and the Unburial Rites. Esper Giftless Gifts. Gifts is a terrible card in this deck. I want this Unburial Rites back in here. I want it in here so bad. Come on. What can I take? Mind Rake, I guess we'll take out. All right, send it back. Yeah, it started with Esper Gifts. It had gifts in iteration 1. We iterated on this a bunch of times to get to this list that performs reasonably well. Currently 1-1 against this opponent. We have a shot here to take a game and a full match. Full match would be a nice one to take. I'd gladly have that one. I have not. I've not seen Aspiring Mike's list. Oh, Spike. Oh, I still haven't seen it though. All right, this is a weird hand. This is a weird hand. We have no enablers. No enablers, Vesperlark, Collective Brutality. If we got some, we would be able to pitch them. Probably still going to mulligan this. I need to be able to get to my graveyard pretty quickly, just because Bajuka Bog's a problem. Let's go ahead and mulligan this. Ooh, yes. This is keep. This is keep. We got that sweet crab. Now we have no way to use disenchant, but that's okay. Asparagus Spike. Poor Spike. Poor Spike. Alright, basic forest here. Leads off with a amulet. Nice. Plains is a perfect pickup here. So Hedron Crab played past turn. We have Disenchant as an option here, or we have Collective Brutality. Gifts Bruna, Colossus something, 2020. Enchant Mystic Sanctuary, Gora's Vengeance. Dang. Dang, that sounds ridiculous. All right, we'll see what Crab can do for us. Extra Amulet, our Disenchant starting to look a little weak here. Plays Tolarian West. Floats blue, floats blue. Relic. Oh, I can't. Body double really opens options. We could disenchant the relic in response to Hedron Crab's mill and then mill ourselves. We're not exactly next turn doing anything broken, but Collective Brutality sets up for a lot of cards to work. I think I want to go ahead and put the plains in, and in response to our trigger, I want to disenchant here, the relic. I'm gonna guess that my opponent could probably blow us up like crazy, but we're gonna go for this line. This way I have my entire graveyard to work with. They'll draw with this. No surprises there. All right, Crab, hit some crazy stuff for us. Collective Brutality, Hallowed Fountain, Vesperlark. The worst. All right, we got another Dakmor Salvage and Collective Brutality to pitch these two. We just need to find a Vesperlark or a Footsteps here in the next 2 sets of draws, and we can probably win the game. Ooh, my opponent kept a very sketchy hand. Let's go ahead and Dakmor Salvage. We're gonna mill ourselves. Okay, we're gonna Collective Brutality to see what's going on. I'm gonna go all in for this. It would mean I'd have to kill my Crab. Let's just do 2 modes here. Reveal and Life Loss. So I just have to ditch a body double. We have Summoner Pact, Arbor, Dryad, Engineered Explosives. We'll get rid of a Summoner's Pact. We're in great shape if I can find something like Burial Rites or Vesperlark or Footsteps. If I can find any of those now, I'm looking really good. Another Amulet. That was top decked. They're not going to engineer it on one, obviously. Oh, come on, deck. Give me the fetch land. Give me the fetch land. Footsteps. We know what they have here, so. You're not putting this on one. Just give me the turn back. Give me the turn. By the way, Footsteps of the Goryo Woodfall Primus. Smack a few amulets. Ooh, there's an Ashiok. All right. Mill ourselves. Shocking in because of Burial Rites options. Stitcher, Footsteps. Bummer. Guess I'll Ashiok here. I am going to mill myself as well on this one. We're going to just go all in, trying to find anything and everything. A Bajuka Bog off the top's terrible, and a Bounce Land's terrible. We did turn off the pack, though. I guess that's true. The Bounce Land's not as frightening now because of the Pact and the Ashiok here. Yeah, you're right. Now I will take Footsteps. I only have one more Vesperlark, but I'll take that. I don't want to draw the Burial Rites. I'll take Jace. I'll take a Stitcher. I'll take all kinds of things. Oh, I drew the Unburial Rites. No. Oh my gosh, you stupid card. I need to shut my mouth sometimes. All right, are we milling ourselves again? MTGO bug. The next card's Unburial Rites number 2. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Unburial Rites number 2 here. I haven't seen too many lands, luckily. We're not afraid of a Bajuka Bog off the top. Opponent, I would love to mill myself, please. Thank you. Oh, they gave me the GGs. We get the W. We were going to mill, what is it, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Iona and Flooded Strand, Stitchers, all that. And our next draw would have been a Polluted Delta. We were going to get there. Fetch, shock, whatever I need to. Iona and Burial Rites. We were there. 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Taking down Titan. Get out of here. Opponent was really nice, though. Gave us the GGs. Sweet deck. Thumbs up. All around nice guy. Or gal. Peppo clap. Rights into Iona is a bit of a dream, but the better dream is turn 1, play Crab, turn 2, fetch land or whatever, hitting body double Iona, Vesperlark, evoke trigger. Just give me the Iona. Naming purple. Opponent has some channel points equity in the stream. Oh, really? Oh, really? So while we're sitting here, thank you all for tuning in. I know we had a few raids. Those are much appreciated this time around, for sure. We do have a Mind Rake in here. You do see that. If you're brand new, consider hitting up our website. We just launched that. We got a cool article up. I'm going to write occasionally up there, but it's mainly a landing place for finding some of our YouTube content or Twitch. It's an easy way to share with friends and family. You can also hit up all of our social stuff as well. Most of you already know that. Discords, YouTubes, all that good stuff. All right, but enough of that. Let's go. We're going to play some more Vesperlark. Oh, and the deck list is not there, but I can get that real quick. It's one of my Bitleys. Vesperlark. Version 18. There you go. Fan of the channel. We're finding all of our fans tonight. Woo! This person says it before we even get our hands. Oh gosh, they're Obosh. I can't keep a hand like this. Thank you for the follow. All right, we can't keep a hand like this. We can't even put Crab out. It's a shock land. The Vesperlark's cute, but I mean, if I had like a body double, maybe, you know, I could. So really quick, I say we can't keep this. Let's think a moment. We could overload the Mind Rake and get rid of the Jin and the Ashen Rider. I have to hit running lands though. The list has trouble hitting up to 3 lands if you don't start with 2. And that's why we're probably gonna need to mulligan this. Yeah, Mind Rake overload is both of us discard 2. So I like the hand, but I think it's too sketchy, especially knowing my opponent's going to be more aggressive. So let's mulligan this. Got to do this for the points. Apparently, I'm just going to pick up all my Ashen Riders, though. This hand gets interesting. Once again, if we top deck a Mind Rake, or sorry, a Footsteps, it's kind of interesting. We don't have that, though. I think I've got to go one more here. Mind Rake's cute here, but this is a little too loaded. Let's mulligan one more time. Here we go. This hand is something. So this hand I can play Crab after, so it doesn't get bolted. I have to keep 5 here, so it's probably land, Glasspool, Hedron, Vesperlark, getting rid of Silent and Body Double. Maybe I don't want to lose the silent clearing. This is a painful land. It is black mana though. Man, wish I could just pitch the body double and something amazing. All right, let's get rid of silent clearing and body double here. I know that puts me off of black mana, but I think it'll be okay. Woo, mountain. Oh, footsteps. All right. We're gonna do this so that Hedron Crab can be used at least once. This is indicating a bolt. Now, Glasspool was a pain-free land. Fire bolts us and probably lights the stage. No stage was lit today. Hedron Crab, Hallowed Fountain tapped. Mill time. Milling us. Let's hit some good cards here. Stitcher and Vesperlark. Not great, not the best. Not bad, though. I assume this is going to get bolted or something. Bolts Crab. Poor Crab. Died already. The poor thing. Goodbye, Crab. 3 mana here. Blood Moon. That's rough. That's rough. I could put Vesperlark out here. If I do get a Vesperlark, I could get back Stitcher or something else. I guess we can go with that. We'll just cast it. It's going to be a little bit rough getting anything new into the graveyard at the moment. Well, we don't have black mana, that's for sure. Blood Moon's really rough for us. That's why we have Disenchants and Feeds. My opponent knows who I am and kept a hand with the Blood Moon. They must be watching. All right, Lava Dart here is in the bin. We've got Seasoned Pyromancer that went over some stuff. I guess I'll just attack with Vesperlark and pass the turn. It's going to be a rough game here. Blood Moon really shuts down a lot of what we have. Our mana base is pretty greedy. Pretty greedy. Attacks for 3, puts a Soul Scar Mage into play. We hit a Stitcher. I'm going to pass turn now with a blocking Vesperlark. We have a basic Swamp. This is the list here. I'll update Nightbot. People have been hitting that a few times now. Commands, custom, this. And we'll just add it to these lists. There, people can look at 4 different lists. All right, opponent Firebolt's a Vesperlark. This gives me the option to get something back. I'm gonna get a Stitcher. The reason I'm gonna get Stitcher here is I could hit a few good things here, like, well, 1, I can hit a body double. That's pretty nice. But 2, I'm thinking Unburial Rites. And if I top deck a land here, then Unburial Rites can get something else back. So, Lava Dart's here. Stitcher, mills over. Jace, body double, Vesperlark. Well, this isn't working. 6 damage in, that would be 9. Ugh. Down to 9. 3 mana Bone Crusher Giant. Crab, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess if they can cast anything, they kill us. We're super dead. We are approaching deadness. He's in Pyromancer. We're not dead yet. Land, drop. Down to 1. And bolts us. All right, we got to beat them in game 2 and game 3. This list will probably have a bunch of relics. That'll be what'll be fun. All right, Timelies, Elishnorns, Resolute, Ionas. Pretty much all of this can come in. In this matchup, I'm going to cut Ashen and Jin-Gitaxias completely. I like the idea of the feeds. Probably 2, come here. 2 feeds and maybe 1 disenchant might make it into the list. This is once again the Bolt deck, so Jace gets pitched here. So this is the easy 7 out. The question is, how do I fit these in? Probably just take 2 Mind Rakes out here, disenchant Feed, and try to find 1 more card to take out. Feed is for Blood Moon. Feed's for Blood Moon. Disenchant's for Relics. So the question is, can I fit 2 more? Woodfall is an absolutely not. Woodfall combos with Footsteps, Body Double, and a card that would be game ending. Could probably take 1 Glass Pool out and bring in 1 more Disenchant if I wanted it, or the Feed the Swarm just to take care of a small creature. Ransack's over here too. Ransack's pretty good. Drops things in the graveyard that we want and lets us pick something. Mimics are our lands. We have 21 lands otherwise. Or 22 when I have the other Glass Pool. Cutting a crab might be worth it. I could see cutting a crab and just having a little more interaction. So we have stuff like this. We do have 9 hits. 9 hits here. I still like the Ransack. I'm wondering if that needs to be cut though. This seems pretty close to what I want. We have to be able to interact with my opponent if they get a relic, because if they get one of those, we're kind of in trouble. All right, let's play first. No way to get anything really to the graveyard here. I do have a Timely. Timely could buy us some time. If I can hit a Collective Brutality, it looks really good. I don't know about this hand. Like, Timely buys me some time. I'm not sure that's what I want to do, though. Not getting anything in the graveyard. Let's mulligan this. Well, this has 1 land. That's a no. That's a no. It's an easy mulligan. All right, here we go. This is a hand. So I have 5 again. Stitcher. Probably can get rid of a crab. Need to keep the Polluted Delta for getting something. Disenchant. Vesperlark and a Watery Grave here. Getting rid of crab and Watery Grave here. Wait till turn 2 and discard to hand size. Yeah, but that only gets 1 thing. With the Footsteps, I believe, which was in the opening hand, you need Woodfall plus Body Double. So we would be doing nothing for 2 turns. Happy New Year, KM Draven. I've had a great 2021 so far. It's been decent. I like this hand. Let's go ahead and let's get rid of crab, Watery Grave. Let's put Watery Grave in and let's do a Stitcher. I know I shocked, but this idea is that maybe I hit Body Double plus Iona. And I can just win the game. So best cards here are gonna be Body Double and an Iona. Well, I hit Woodfall and a Vesperlark. They're not the worst. All right. Woodfall in there is a fine start. There's the relic. All right. So at least I can disenchant. Let's see here. If I get Jace is not in the deck anymore, so we can get rid of a Footsteps. So this is like the easy disenchant before they get to untap this because I have a Woodfall. And since I drew another land here, I have the potential, albeit small, potential to either get Crab, Fetch, and then Body Double with Vesperlark, or I have the potential to hit a Footsteps of the Goryo and take care of 2 lands. Yeah, I'm gonna get a basic swamp here with this Polluted Delta. Lights the stage after hitting us with Monastery's Swift Spear, Lava Dart, and a light up the stage following this. All right. Let's put Polluted Delta in here, and that's going to get a swamp. I guess I should have blocked with this Swift Spear. We'll just block next turn. It'll be fine. I was gonna say, I'm prioritizing black over white here. I guess I could have done Marsh Flats. So I want black, because Footsteps of the Goryo is going to be a thing. I suppose I could go for white, trying to hit a Burial Rites as well. I think Footsteps, though, and my feeds are good for getting rid of the Blood Moon, though. Stitcher goes over a Footsteps, Collective Brutality, and a Body Double. I'm now immediately regretting my Vesperlark being in hand. If we would have had the white mana instead of black now, the Body Double would have been able to come back as a Woodfall and get rid of the Blood Moon. Well. Chose black over white because I didn't really have anything in the yard for Vesperlark to pick up. Oh well. The deck's messing with you. That it is. That it is. I have so many more black cards. It's correct to fetch a swamp. We're a Footsteps of Goryo away from doing something here. This is interesting. Feed the Swarm, kill the Blood Moon, go to 5. Vesperlark evoke, Body Double, get Woodfall Primus back, kill a land. Blocking Bone Crusher Giant, hoping that I don't die. Well, we have an out. Albeit small. The other thing I could do is just put a Vesperlark in as a blocker on the Bone Crusher Giant. But I think I want to go ahead and do this now so that I can kill a land. It was a nice draw. So the black paid off slightly. Just a little late. Just a little late. Can you imagine if we had an Iona in the yard? We'd win. Get rid of this Blast Zone. Alright, we have a 6/6. That's always good. Well, they could have a land, but yeah, the idea is to get rid of the land so Obosh doesn't kill us. But we're pretty dead, though. All right, opponent attacks us. We're gonna take, I don't remember how much. Is it double or something? I think it's double. Persisting Woodfall is a Body Double. Fortunately, I haven't gotten an Iona into the yard. We'll just blow up another land, I suppose. We don't have an Ashen Rider either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I have 2 fetch lands I can't do anything with. We have an Obosh that I have to block with Woodfall Primus. I'm taking 2 with a Swift Spear. If my opponent has any spell, we lose. So we block here. That's what we have to do. And we get bolted. All right. Well, we would have gone for white. We would have had the Woodfall Primus a bit earlier. I think the fate still becomes the same. Glasspool Mimic would have been nice to draw with the Woodfall Primus. Footsteps here, Body Doubles. We're 1-2. We're fighting, though. A lot of people have a lot riding on the 3-2. We got to win 2 here. Oh, Bosh. Didn't see our Ionas or Elish Norns in the graveyard. We ended up drawing, unfortunately. We're trying to make it work. Everyone's packing all that graveyard hate, though. Think of the points. Think of the points. I wasn't even going to do it. Melody is our opponent. You could play Vesper off Hallowed Fountain that turn you fetched on their turn. Yes. Then what? We just have the Vesperlark out. I'm gonna keep this. See what Crab can do for us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, well, we have the Vesperlark. My opponent is really brutal deck for us. No, we're burning actual tickets tonight. Don't be fooled, it's actual tickets. Alright, so I think it's Charbelcher, based on the first card here. Basic Plains isn't Charbelcher. What is this? Okay. Let's just put a Dakmor Salvage into play here in case I hit a Footsteps. There's a Footsteps. It's in the bin instead of being in my hand. You have Vesperlark. You have a Sylvan Scrying, Sylvan Caryatid, Bala, and Plains. Have I considered Glimpse the Unthinkable in this list? No. No, I don't want to do Glimpse. The deck is already really difficult to cast things. We got a bird here as well, and an Abundant Growth. It does start, it's starting to look like Jeskai Ascendancy, yeah. Look at all this green they're casting. Wisps. Draws a card, untaps, Serum Visions. So, if it is Jeskai Ascendancy, it kind of looks like I want to probably name, like, blue with an Iona. Maybe white for Path. Anyway. Alright, Collective Brutality is the top. Which means I can put Woodfall Primus into the yard. I could also put something else, and I have the Hedron Crab here. So let's go ahead and mill ourselves. I don't think I needed a shock, but I did it anyway. Stitcher is all we see. So I'm going to triple mode this. Hit, hit, hit. Woodfall and an Unburial Rites to the yard, because I already have a body double down here. A Manamorphose, Hallowed, and a Sylvan Caryatid. It's not a very scary hand right now. Alright, opponent. Go ahead. Love to be able to Unburial the body double. Can just do that with the Vesperlark as well. I'm gonna play the Sylvan Caryatid. Opponent top decks a Manamorphose. Makes red and green off of this, drawing a new card. It's a Horizon Canopy. They can trip this. Okay. New Sylvan Caryatid. 2 Hallowed Fountains and an unknown card. We do hit another land here, so I'm gonna go ahead and shock in. Do I need a shock in? No, I need a Vesperlark. We'll mill here. We're not going to Unburial Rites because it removes targets. So now we're going to evoke Vesperlark here. So body double comes back. This way if I top deck a land, I can cast a body double. The other thing I could be doing is getting a Jace back here. If I get a Jace back, I do have a Footsteps. And Footsteps on like Woodfall Primus or even body double, killing some of these lands isn't a bad idea. Instead of doing a singleton Woodfall right here. That might be slightly better. I know I've already picked up the body double, but it shouldn't matter too much. Attacking with Woodfall Primus, though, could be keen. Let's go ahead and just get the Jace here. A little bit of a divergent to what I was going to do. Luckily, body double gives us a bit more time when we click things. All right, so Jace here, body double, and we got them Unburial Rites. This will just activate We'll get the footsteps and start to do a lot more damage to lands. Is it going to matter? The Sylvan Caryatids are here. I don't sure it will or not, but at least we have the options. Hallowed Fountain tapped in here. It's a good sign. Extra Sylvan Caryatid. All right. Follows us up with a Bolt. All right. So let's just Unburial Rites the body double here. Let's get a Woodfall Primus and let's just start going for them. Let's go ahead and hit them now. It's time to change who we're hitting here. I don't think I'll enable anything. We go over one Jeskai Ascendancy, that's good. Need to just avoid new Jeskai Ascendancies. Next one will be probably Unburial Rites a Glasspool Mimic here to copy another Woodfall Primus. Hallowed Fountain into play, one card. We're just going to make as many 6/6s as we can. So Unburial Rites, Glasspool Mimic here. Glasspool Mimic enters the battlefield and copies Woodfall Primus. Yeah, that's true. They have the Fate Stitcher. True. I'm not worried about a Fate Stitcher. I need to just avoid a Jeskai Ascendancy. Copies Woodfall Primus. We'll just keep killing lands because that's all we can do. Attack with Woodfall Primus, pass turn. With a bunch of 6x creatures, we could conclude this game pretty quickly, so probably should have just been attacking like this from the beginning. Just rinse and repeat with either the Unburial Rites or the Body Double next. Probably Body Double, and then Unburial Rites and the Woodfall Primus. Makes a new Sylvan Caryatid. That's not killing me. Thank goodness. I guess I could take them off green from lands, even though they'll be fine. What's this last card you've got? I could take their bird. Could take their bird. They do have to block. This is correct. Only one has to block though, so they'll have 3 and 2 lands. Oh, Glittering Wish. All right. So we're gonna have the Ascendancy in hand, unless I get a Mind Rake. All right, combat. Hit for 12. Blocks with 1. We'll see if they want to block any more. They don't. All right, from here, I can Body Double or I can Footsteps. Footsteps ends up getting us 2 lands killed, which leaves them with 1, 2, 3, plus the Jeskai Ascendancy. So let's go ahead and do Footsteps here on Woodfall. Woodfall killing, let's just get them off the white, I guess. Footsteps, Sacrifice, Persisting here, and we get the other Hallowed Fountain. So they have 3 mana plus 1 Jeskai Ascendancy and whatever they top deck here. We have 12 plus 5, 17 damage, and that gets it. Woo! Woo! Little bit of a sketchy one there. All right. So Disenchants and Ionas feel like the right play here. I can't kill those Sylvan Caryatids. I don't think Jin is correct. Because Elishnorn doesn't kill that. It would kill birds. Elishnorn kills the Stitcher, right? Judge, can I get a ruling on Fate Stitcher? Fate Stitcher is a 1-2. So Elish Norn is actually kind of interesting because that would stop Bird and would stop Fate Stitcher from being a kill, right? Wonder if they have anything else that would mess that line up. Why no Feed the Swarm? Sorcery speed and most of the stuff that I'll be trying to kill in terms of creatures will be played and have either hexproof or I doubt I want to kill a bird. Disenchant's just instant speed. I want to deal with the Jeskai Ascendancy if I'm waiting on it. Well, yeah, but I'm not, I really don't think Feed the Swarm comes in for Ascendancy here. Agent of Treachery has been thought of instead of Gingiataxius. I just think this is fun to play. Agent might be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't think Feed's the right thing here. I think Jin. Let's try to get these 6 in. Collective Brutality. We can take one of out. Ransack. Jace looks okay in this matchup. Woodfall is okay here too. Can strip one Ashen Rider. I really think these Elish Norns could do what we need. Let's bring the Collective Brutality back in. Let's take one Jace out. And I'm going to take a Vesperlark out. No, because we have Iona. Man, sideboarding with this is always frustrating. Let's just do 62 cards, because that's fun. 62 cards, that's fun. Just makes it interesting. All right, we'll keep this opening hand here. We're going to easily hit that Iona somewhere. We got this. We got this. Stitchers, Collective Brutality, kill the bird. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Woo! Extra Collective Brutality. All right, Stitchers down. Let's mill some good stuff here. Mill some good stuff. Elish Norn, Woodfall, Hedron Crab. We just have to get to 4 mana. I think we can do it. We'll see. We'll see. Looks like my opponent's not going to do anything here. Totally fine. Oh gosh. Vesperlark opens up a lot of options too. All right, let's go ahead and hit ourselves up with a... Is it Hallowed Fountain or is it a Godless Shrine? We have a lot more black in our hand. It may be a Godless Shrine here. And then let's do 2 modes. Let's not get too crazy here. Get rid of an Unburial Rites. Trying to get that Elish Norn here on turn 3. And then this coming turn I can Stitcher, and if I hit a body double, I can Vesperlark, or I can follow it up with a Collective Brutality because I got double black. I would like to see what you're doing here, opponent. Silence, Lightning Bolt, and Wisp. Well, I don't care about Wisp and Lightning Bolt. I guess I'll take Silence here. We can beat what's there. We can beat this. In for 1 go. Okay. Not a scary hand, for sure. Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. All right. What do you top deck, opponent? Temple Garden. That was not in hand. Good to go. Ooh. Body double, huh? So... let's go ahead and attack with the Stitcher. This is probably just attack with Stitcher, play Stitcher, and Collective Brutality as well. Body double is really nice, though. So land, new Stitcher. There's a body double and an Iona. We just do this now. We just do this. Evoke. What am I gonna name? White? What are we naming with Iona? Body double Iona. Come here, Iona. I want to name white for path, probably. And glittering wish and other things that could kill Iona. Let's do it. White. If they kill the body double somehow with like lots of lightning bolts, then I'll just Unburial Rites a new Iona. Seems good, right? What does this do? Cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. Cool. I'm down with that. Steam Vents here. My opponent is panicking now. Panic has hit them. Iona, the blue Iona, naming white. Getting it done. Getting it done. Ooh, footsteps. Bummer. All right. That's 2-2. That's a 2-2 so far. That means everyone's points are on the line and it comes down to match number 5. Let's go. Final match here in this league. Chance for people to get their points back. I don't even know how to award you them back, but who cares? We'll figure that out. 2-2 so far with Vesperlark, getting some cool things done. Gotten the Iona and the Vesperlark. Well played, you say. Really, it's the deck has decided to cooperate. It is reminded that if we want to play it more often, it needs to behave. And so it's saying, okay, Fluffy, we'll give you a couple good games here. Make it entertaining for those watching. Speaking of which, Happy New Year to all those that have joined us. All right, final one here. Last match here in the league. Let's play it. We're 2-2. Let's play first. All right, it's a pretty good opening hand here. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna make myself look like Mill, and we're going to play Watery Grave and Hedron Crab. Let's see what we can hit. Indeed, Emerald, indeed. All right, let's look like Mill. Good luck, opponent. Hedron Crab in play, go. They mulligan to 6. Misty Rainforest. They're like, Uro. This is fine. Uh-oh, they cracked this. Uh-oh, Watery Grave. Blood Chiefs away our Hedron Crab. No more. Goodbye. We'll play Jace pass turn. All right, opponent. Please leave Jace alone. Thank you. Ooh, they are. Thank you. New Jace. That's awful. All right, let's fetch. Before we get too frisky here. Let's go get an island. That seems fine. Jace activation here. Body double. Go. Just ignore that card. You don't need to see that. We're going to wait for Vesperlark. Ignore this one. You don't see that, opponent. All right. 3 mana for our opponent. Footsteps. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would make it 5. I don't necessarily want 5 cards just yet. Let's go ahead and do some Jace shenanigans here. New body double. We won't put that in the bin. We're going to put the Jace in the bin. Go ahead, opponent. So we have blue-black control, it looks like. This is going to be a hard one. We have to get through counter spells. Counter spells can be ridiculous. Ooh, did they miss a land? Ooh. All right. Sounds good to me. There we go. Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider into the bin. Land. Now I could try to body double here. I could try a Vesperlark. I could try to Footsteps. I think I want to try Footsteps next turn. The reason I say that is because I could Footsteps then recast Footsteps by down ticking here. So I think it's body double here. The other thing I could do is try to do evoking a Vesperlark for the body double already in the bin. And if I get to do that, they can't mana leak me. They could Archmage Charm me though. I think it's body double. Let's uptick here. And let's body double. Oh, the mana leak was there. The mana leak was there. All right, that's okay. That's okay. We knew that could be a thing. Thought seizes us. No, Vesperlark, come back. Vesperlark would get around a force of negation. They conceded. They couldn't handle our power. Couldn't handle the power. Okay, so what's this opponent gonna need? I want Iona maybe for like blue. We might actually have found our first opponent where I don't want to change anything here. We're pretty decently set up for the control matchup. We kind of try to do what we want to do faster than the counter spells can happen. So I want to get an Iona in here, maybe as a one of, and I could take something like one Glasspool Mimic out just to give me an option with Jhin. My opponent could have something that's in black like Blood Chiefs though that can get rid of Iona. So like that's where you go, do I really think Iona could lock my opponent out or not? Iona's probably a bit more of a win more card. So let's just stick with a 60. I don't think I want anything. Let's go. Come on. All right, we have Crab here and a Collective Brutality. I'll keep that. It's a good start. They may have Cage. They might. Not going to worry about it. Body double gets around Cage. Not going to worry about it. Here comes the Cage. Fetch, Shock, Thoughtseize. All right. What are you going to take? Takes the Crab. They don't have removal here. That's fine. All right. Let's do some fetching here. Go get another Watery Grave and pass turn. A couple Glasspool Mimics makes things kind of interesting. See if we can benefit from that. There's a Footsteps. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and 2-mode this. We'll just pitch a Woodfall Primus so it's in the yard. They're not too worried. This is why we play Glasspool, though. Oh my gosh. They have an Ashiok. No! I'm gonna take the Archmage Charm. Maybe my opponent doesn't use that Ashiok. Please! If they don't use the Ashiok, we have a good shot, but I imagine they'll get rid of our graveyard here. Polluted Delta fetched here, Shocking and Breeding Pool Ashiok being played. We were under the counter spells, but they had the card that gets them out of this. Okay, my opponent is at 9 though. Vesperlark could be brutal to them. Let's play one Glasspool and pass turn. What I need to do is set myself up with Footsteps and being able to get the Woodfall Primus into the yard. We'll see if that ever becomes a possibility. Mystic Sanctuary here to pick up Archmage Charm. Picks up a Thoughtseize, interesting. And plays Uro, leaving themselves Thoughtseize so they can take something and use Ashiok again. My opponent gains 3 life here and goes to 12. Uh-oh. This isn't working. I would imagine they would just take Woodfall Primus here and use their Ashiok. That's what I would do. Woodfall Bin. All right, so we need a Stitcher here. Give me a Stitcher or a Crab. Stitcher or Crab here. Collective Brutality is not either of those. Go ahead, opponent. So I kind of want them tapped out here. I guess I should have maybe played the Glasspool first. Need to be able to use Collective Brutality. My opponent's milling a whole bunch of good things too. See Ashens and Woodfall Primuses. My points, my heart can't take this. Uh-oh. Uro's coming back. Don't worry, this game's going to be a quick one. And we'll go into the final game. Being on the play is going to be super important against this opponent. Gains 3, puts a field into play. Polluted Delta. Can't fetch with it. It's alright. So stressful. Well, my opponent just has to attack 3 times and they have 2 cryptics, so we probably can just move to the last game. I think we can concede. I don't see myself beating these. My opponent takes us off of white here. That's what they think. I think I'm gonna let them think that. I'm gonna let them think that. I don't feel I'm going to win this game, but this action may cause them to use a Field of Ruin earlier in the following game. Do I bring my own Ashox in for Uros and search for tomorrow's? I might. I gotta take one more look here at the top. No, that doesn't do anything. They don't have anything in their yard. Okay. It's tough to say. The Ashox are kind of interesting for potentially Uro on their side. It's interesting because you could go that route. You could bring in like one instead of like a Ransack as maybe like an option. Do I like buddy cop plus not cop TV shows? What? I'm not sure what that question means. I really want to play an Iona, but I think Jhin is just better. Yeah, they could not fetch, it's true. I am on the play, so probably both Ashox are at least worth a shot here. Take the Dakmor out. Let's give it a shot here. I don't think I want to take anything else. Bones, Castle, Lucifer, etc. One of them is a serious cop, the other is a unique and interesting not cop. They solve crimes together. Yeah, those are all good. Those are all good shows. What's up, Uncle DB? Alright, let's play first. No way to cast Vesperlark. Got a Mind Rake and a Collective Brutality to tear their hand apart. This doesn't feel like it could win, though. I need to be fast. This doesn't look like a good hand. I think I have to mulligan this. We need a Crab or a Stitcher probably, or a Collective Brutality plus a threat. Let's mulligan this. All right, there's my Stitcher. I have 2 cards that I don't particularly care to have in my hand, but we'll keep this. We'll get rid of the Ashen Rider. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and fetch. More because I want the Watery Grave in case I top deck a... If I top deck a Crab. Stitcher in play. Mills over Ashen Rider and Body Double. We're good to go if I hit a Vesperlark now as well. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Come on, hit something. Come on, deck. Collective Brutality gets me kind of there. Okay. Let's attack with Stitcher, and I'm going to go all modes here with the Collective Brutality. All modes, because I have this Footsteps. Now my opponent doesn't have to fetch. That's kind of the interesting thing here, is they could play a game where they're not fetching. Oh, no, I can't do all modes. I can do 2 modes. 2 modes here, kill my own creature, and take a peek. And get rid of a Woodfall. I'm gonna take a peek here. I hope they don't have like Relic. I'd imagine they would have played a Relic. Oh my gosh, we have a chance here. Force a negation out. We have a chance. Ho ho ho! Oh, and they fetched. They fetched. Getting that triumph. Oh, come on. I have a body double too, and they play a watery grave. No force right here. Come on, no force. Oh, and I have the Vesperlark to follow this up. I think I'm supposed to footsteps. It's like so much more greedier here, but if they did not top exactly force, we probably win the game from here. Footsteps of the Goryo on body double. Body double on Woodfall Primus. Woodfall Primus comes in and hits land. Woodfall Primus end step, sacrificing, persists, body double. Let's go ahead and get an Ashen Rider now. Ashen Rider kills Watery Grave. Good luck, opponent. Looking pretty good. You know why? Because now we do evoke Vesperlark, which avoids force negation. Vesperlark gets back Glasspool. Glasspool copies Ashen Rider. Ashen Rider targeting Breeding Pool, and we take it down. 3-2 overall with the Vesperlark smashing our opponent there at the end. Here is your list. That's how the list is supposed to work. We got there with the 3-2. We'll be rewarding those points in just a moment. Here we are. Vesperlark getting it done. Footsteps getting it done. And a combination of Ashen Rider and Woodfall Primus with that body double. We did it. Vesperlark coming back a little bit here. 2021. As long as we avoid some graveyard hate, which is going to be out there because of Uro. Because of Uro. We can avoid that. You get to play something like this. Sweet list. There you have it. We've done it. It was rad, wasn't it? It was cool, wasn't it? 3-2. You just have to enjoy this. Just gotta enjoy this. Vesperlark. Let's reward those points.